Zwift's biggest racing event is back for 2026 and this year it brings several changes, some of them positive and some of them negative. So let's talk about everything that you need to know about Zwift Games 2026. And let's start with the schedule. Zwift Games will take place from February 16th to March 29th, so compared to previous years they are actually going to be about 2 weeks longer. But one part of this event starts right now, and that is the new Road to Glory introductory event. This event will go from today to February the 20th, and the main purpose of it is to bring new riders up to speed with racing and getting them ready for the games themselves. It is basically a group ride with a series of guided race drills that are aimed to teach riders the basics of racing on Zwift. You will learn how events work, when and how to use power-ups, when to sprint and more. Speaking about the Zwift games themselves, one major change is that there is no Elite Racing series this year, which is kind of unfortunate, but the upside of this is it allows for a more substantial racing structure. This year there are going to be 5 main stages for general classification, a bonus 6th stage which we will talk about a little later and which will have its own classification, and as usual, at the end there's going to be a makeup week for any stage that you might have missed. Each stage will last for a week and all of them will take place on brand new routes. The games will start with the shortest and easiest route that heavily favors the sprinters and will get progressively more and more difficult with every stage, finishing with a super hard mountain finish on the grade on stage number 5. Generally speaking, I like the route selection, although I'm a little sad that this year we won't have a proper hard, long epic stage as we used to in the past years, but I understand there is likely not a huge community demand for races like this. Stage number 6 is a bonus race with a separate classification, and here you can pick and choose from 2 different events. A time trial, which is a format where you go against the clock without any draft, and what Zwift calls a critcade, an arcade state gamified race with various power-ups and boosts. For this race, however, a steering device is required. Compared to previous years, the equipment is not going to be neutralized, so for the optimal performance, you always want to choose your best and most upgraded bike for the route. However, with the exception of the critcade on stage number 6, the steering and braking is going to be disabled. The races will be categorized using Zwift Racing score. The pens below advanced category have slightly adjusted ranges compared to ZRacing, and they will open every hour. Advanced Racing is, as usual, limited to riders with a racing score above 650, and those races will start every 2 hours. Women-only races use their own racing score bands and will take place 5 times a day. You will be able to follow your progress using the official leaderboards, in which you will be able to see the overall general classification, your rankings for each individual stage, as well as separate rankings for both stage 6 races. On top of that, you will be also able to track your power best metrics recorded in the games. Last but not least, we need to speak about the rewards, and this year we have 2 separate ones. As usual, you will be able to unlock the Zwift Games kit. For 1 completed stage, you will get the glasses, for 3 you will get the kit itself, and for 5 you will get the helmet. This year, however, there are also XP bonuses in play. Since you will have your only power-up assigned at the pens, you will get XP bonus each time you ride through any arch, and what's more, if you complete all 6 stages, you will get an extra bonus of 6,000 experience points. Finally, if you are not interested in racing, you can complete all the new routes on demand starting Friday, February 13th. However, I think you should try racing Zwift Games. It is the most fun racing event of the year, but I know that can be daunting, so before you do, make sure to watch what I personally learned from more than 2 years of racing on Zwift.